Welcome to Educators in VR's XR show. Today is our special Valentine's edition, in case you hadn't guessed. But we are not only bringing you the news from across the metaverse, we're delivering it to you with love. Lots of love.
Yay, some LOL. Okay. Love is a many splendored sing-a-song that reminds us that love is a force that can lift us up to joy and shatter us in grief. Today, as we celebrate the love that connects us through virtual reality and the metaverse, we also pause to stand in solidarity. I'm going to try not to cry because I'm so upset about this. To stand in solidarity with our friends, colleagues, and families in British Columbia, Canada, and every life, every family, everyone who has been touched by school violence. Our hearts ache with them in the wake of yet another tragedy.
On this Valentine's Day, may we hold one another closer, honor the memories of those lost, and recommit ourselves to building a kinder, safer world, both virtual and real, where love, compassion, and community triumph over hate and fear, the underlying principle of the metaverse.
Thank you for saying that, Steph. Every week, we bring you the news and interviews from around the metaverse that represent the love we have for our VR community. XR News was created in 2018 as a way to give back to that community that showed so much compassion to so many. And we keep bringing it to you every week. XR News airs every week here in Engage XR. Join our hosts every Wednesday for XR News, the XR News Med Health Edition with Rachel D., and XR News' own Innovation Spotlight with Maxwell McGee, Chris Madsden, and Dr. Tom Furness.
Last week was our XR News Mid Health Edition with Rachel D., and the special guest was Dr. Nick Ware, who's working with the Africa VR campus and his own projects. It was wasn't it an amazing interview,
yeah.
ladies? It was incredible. And it was a great discussion that highlighted his transformative work providing affordable and fast 3D printed prosthetics limbs.
He uses VR for medical specialist training and therapy. He uses photogrammetry to scan, recreate, and print out a 3D replacement for an amputee's limb. Nick is now working on a donation page that we'll be sharing on our Educators in VR website and social media as soon as it's up. What an amazing experience. If you missed the episode, you can find it on your Educators in VR YouTube channel.
The XR News is produced by Educators in VR and run by volunteers. Thank you so much to our partners and supporters who keep us going, including the Reinhardt Foundation, Girls STEAM Institute, iLearn, Virtual World Society, Vertex Form 3D, Cadets Metaverse, Engage XR, and Bridgemakers. If you or your company would like to sponsor the XR News, please contact us at educatorsinvr.com.
You can catch up with everything we do here by subscribing to our YouTube channel or our social media. All the links are at educatorsinvr.com.
And now, on to the industry news. Did you watch the Super Bowl? If you did, you may have seen a new augmented reality weather visualization system used by NBC to display real-time data, virtual graphics, and visualization tools called telestration on the screen. NBC deployed 2 updates that tapped into the power of Unreal Engine and weather-applied metrics to deepen the storytelling around strategy, player movement, and game conditions, fitting seamlessly into NBC's new broadcast look. We've seen some cool stuff with AR over the years, and I love how these techniques were integrated so naturally into the broadcast. We bet most of you missed the whiz bang. Did you notice?
No,
And AR,
that's very cool.
yes. AR Insider published a great editorial by Julian Fayez, director of the Virtual World Museum, titled Meta is Not the Metaverse, an open letter to the tech press. He talked about Facebook hijacking the term meta and metaverse, implying ownership over something that was never meant to be owned by a single person or company, changing public perception, dismissing the true meaning of the metaverse, as well as the many platforms and companies that created the metaverse, including Second Life, Engage XR, Minecraft, Rec Room, VR Chat, and so many more. Facebook has brought disillusionment, especially now that they're shifting their focus after only a few short years.
Yeah, Reyes pointed out that no one is claiming email is dead or basketball is dead or any of the other absurd claims. And yet, due to Zuckerberg's rebranding, the media sensationalizes the metaverse is dead commentaries. He said the most powerful thing. Meta's Horizon Worlds is a platform. The metaverse is a category, a cultural trajectory, an ecosystem. He said confusing the two is like mistaking AOL for the internet, which people thought, and assuming that because Netscape lost the browser wars, the web itself is a failure. I love those words. It's such truth, isn't it?
Yeah, hear, hear. The metaverse is not just alive, it is filled with people who continue to thrive because of it. Over 150,000 concurrent users celebrated New Year's together in VR chat, breaking records. There are new platforms, new games, new worlds, new apps released daily. So glad you are here to thrive with us in the living metaverse.
Yay!
Indeed, yes. Examples of the thriving XR metaverse ecosystem. In Europe, Spatial Dynamics is using VR to tackle one of the most human parts of work, hiring. Their VR platform lets candidates step into immersive job simulations while employers capture structured performance data. They're aiming to make recruitment more objective and inclusive. For those of you who've played the job simulator game, this is several steps behind that. It's just one of many career simulations available to schools and enterprises.
Karen, we're getting a little bit of tapping coming through your mic. Just thought I'd let you know.
Oh, okay.
Little clicky noises. Now, to go beyond that, educational app developers are desperate for customers, right? They're desperate they don't know where to find them or find funding to continue their development. This is fascinating. Virginia Commonwealth University researcher Dr. Nicholas Thompson has a startup called I don't know if it's Arche or Archie XR, and they've partnered with T-Mobile for Education, that popular cell company, to bring immersive XR therapeutic experiences into more schools using wireless connectivity to make the programs easier to deploy. And the counseling apps helps kids wrestling with anxiety and trauma. And it's a great example of the potential outreach XR developers need. How exciting. I'm really excited about this.
We've reported previously about Australia, France, and other countries setting laws restricting social media access by age to protect children under 16. This impacts the metaverse as platforms, games, etc. may be required to comply with those age restrictions.
Discord announced yesterday that in March, all accounts will be set to teen-appropriate experiences by default to comply with these laws and other potential legal actions. Every Discord user will be required to have a face or ID scan to return to full Discord access. This age verification process is being phased in, and Discord states that all identification documents and face scans will be deleted after age confirmation. If your other favorite social media platforms aren't using these techniques yet, expect them soon.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. Everyone has to go through this. Everyone. My hubby is barely on Discord, and he was all upset that he had to do all of this. So we all have to suffer through. All suffer through. Now, speaking of suffering, no, we love our virtual hardware, right? We love our virtual hardware.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I love talking about all the VR hardware that's out there. It's so exciting. And the question is, everybody's asking, because it's that time of year, is there going to be a Quest 4? All right, after all the weird news and all the crazy stuff a few weeks ago, according to Meta's CFO, Susan Lee, she announced that the company still has optimism for the future of VR, and it's building its future VR headsets as well as AR and wearables. And as usual, the leaks on the Quest 4 is everywhere. It's expected out next year. Now, it is likely to be more expensive than the Quest 3 due to the rising costs of all the parts and pieces and RAM and all the things and shortages. This is going to be the same for all of the computer stuff that's out there between tariffs and the shortages in production. We're going to be paying a higher fee for all of this. It was also announced that Meta will no longer be subsidizing VR headsets.
The Quest 4 is predicted to be much lighter since they are removing the battery from the headset, repowered by an external plug hooked to your clothing like a charger.
Sources say that Meta's focus will be on gaming with third-party apps, media content, productivity, and mixed reality, targeting pro and enterprise users. Rumors are that their Metaverse platform Horizon will no longer be as prominent at the system level, even though we see otherwise right now.
Now, we have we have great headsets that are happening. The Steam Frame VR headset is expected to be shipping soon. Though Valve reports that the current oh my goodness, rented lips. Component. I can't even say it. The parts and the pieces, the bits. The shortage that's going on has led the company, just like with Meta and the rest, are revising both the price and the release date of their standalone VR headset. So prices are also going up because of a surge in demand from AI and data centers. They're taking all of the RAM, they're taking all the stuff, and storage prices have seriously increased this year, impacting all hardware. Did you know that RAM has increased its price by 300%? Boy, I miss the days. I was thinking about increasing my RAM on my computer. Now I'm holding off, man.
Oh. Well, Valve also plans to offer prescription lens inserts for its Steam Frame VR headset ahead of its launch. VR AR insert maker Mask Optics just introduced their frame of choice line of prescription eyeglasses that are designed to sit comfortably inside of most VR and AR headsets. They're for everyday use and seeing virtual worlds clearly, with eyewear that performs both inside and outside the headset.
Oh, that's so important. I love that.
Yeah.
Interesting, though, that they're coming out before the headset's coming out. So that's going to be interesting. Now, have you played with the new Quest keyboard? We've been talking about this for so long. The typing sucks in VR, right? So Horizon OS version 85 is including a new virtual keyboard in the headset view that allows you to type on any quote unquote surface as if there was a real keyboard there. So tapping on the desk, I don't know, tapping in air, we'll see. It is available currently only for Quest 3 users, not the 3S. Unfortunately, and this experimental keyboard is getting some positive reviews. I haven't tried it yet. I'm really eager to give it a try. So if y'all have, we'd love to hear about it.
Meantime, if you don't mind using some extra hardware, the Logitech MX Keys Mini is officially supported as a tracked Bluetooth keyboard on Meta Quest. Designed for comfortable laptop-style typing and multi-device workflows, it includes 3 dedicated easy switch keys that let you pair up to 3 Bluetooth devices. For example, your Quest headset, a laptop, and a tablet, and toggle between them instantly.
Now, you use this, don't you, Steph?
I do, and I can recommend it highly.
Oh, excellent, excellent, cool. I'm not a fan of chiclets, but that sounds really cool.
That's a good option.
You know, I have that
I'm
also.
a traditional girl. You do, and you like it?
Well, I'm not using it for VR. I'm only using it to switch between my Mac and PC. So I need to. It's not the Mini. It's just the Logitech MX keys anywhere. But I'll have to check that out. Well, anyway,
Cool.
on the AR side, Xreal is pushing toward 3D everywhere on its glasses. They've rolled out a real-time 3D conversion feature that can turn ordinary 2D video into stereoscopic 3D within their flagship glasses, building on a deeper partnership with Google Android XR platform announced at CES. Who knows where this technology is going to lead, right?
Oh, don't ask that question. We know. We see the future. We see the future.
And?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we definitely is the future without a doubt. You know, it's so weird. We're living the future.
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
Waiting for the rest of the world to catch up with us.
That's so true. Well, Virtuix, the creator of the Omni VR treadmill, has officially gone public, securing $11 million in funding, and is now
Wow.
on the NASDAQ marketing, which is a significant milestone for a company that began as a 2013 Kickstarter project.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Have
Yes,
you
it
tried these
is.
things? So YouTuber Liam Shaw decided to test one out. I tested a really old one a long time ago, and it was it was embarrassing. Um, but it was really old and clunky. Anyway, it was actually a treadmill. It was awful. But he bought the Catwalk C2 Core treadmill, and he threw himself into VR. He spent a week playing Skyrim VR and other games and loved it. Okay, he said it took a while to get used to the controlled sliding motion rather than natural walking, but he quickly got the hang of it, and soon was he didn't want to, but he started sprinting and running around in the game, and when he played without the controllers, he said it felt more real than he expected. Cool.
Oh, without the haptics, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the VR treadmill is still in its early days. He said it was too loud and took up a serious amount of space in his home. Yeah, it looks it. But he truly felt like he was getting his heart rate up and burning up those calories. Yes. Anyway, have anyone got one too? Maybe?
Yay! We'll see. Hey, Helen, do you have one yet? Everyone's muted. Yeah, it was just a nod or a shake of the head. But yeah, I think it's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it is. I'd like to have one of those one day.
But yes,
You
but you're
guys-
waiting for a robot, Karen.
Yes, I am. One thing at a
Robot
time.
first.
I am waiting with what's the expression? Bated breath
Bated
and
breath.
open arms.
Yeah,
or
which
whatever.
always remind me of fish breath. But anyway, yeah, bated breath.
Well, did you ever wish you could build your own headset?
Not really.
Manoyo Moncelli built a DIY headset for use with Steam VR called the Parasophone 3 Lite. Powered by a Raspberry Pi Pico, it has motion tracking and can operate its 2.9-inch square displays at a resolution of 1440 by 1440 with a refresh rate up to 90 hertz and inexpensive Fresnel lenses. You want to try this at home? There's a how-to video on YouTube, and detailed instructions are available over on Manolo's Patreon page for subscribers. And we've shared the link in our Educators in VR Discord. Please let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been fascinating to see the weird things that people have developed for VR headsets over the years, and I think they get smarter and smarter. This one actually looks like it's usable.
Yeah.
It does.
All right, now let's dig into the apps that go onto that beautiful hardware. Oh, I feel like this next story needs a drum roll. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are taking over VR, and the advertising world wants you to notice everywhere I turn. I don't know if it's on your feeds, but everywhere I go, there's an announcement about the turtles. Really, rarely does a VR game get this much attention, but there are TMNT fans all over the world ready for the next chapter in the story. Empire City is coming to Quest 3, Steam VR, and Pico headsets, and a limited free demo will be available later this month with a full game coming shortly after. Now, pre-orders already available, and each turtle has its own unique play style, preferences, and abilities that reflect the character of the turtles. And the developers say, I love this. What a great promo thing. You will thrive with the anarchy that the turtles usually bring to anything they touch.
Well, as we mentioned last time, the free-to-play UG game has become a huge hit on the Quest. Other multiplayer free-to-play games have also been achieving unprecedented player counts and retention as well, outpacing big-budget single-player releases. Hugely popular on mobile for years, free-to-play multiplayer games are making their way to flat-screen gaming, now VR, where social play is increasingly driving engagement. Veteran studios now experimenting with free-to-play multiplayer or VR optional games include Owlchemy's Labs with their latest follow-up to Job Simulator, Dimensional Double Shift.
As a reminder, it is interesting, definitely. As a reminder, VR Chat announced that moderation reports are to be handled by in-client reporting. If you have supporting evidence or appeals, you may use the website, but please report in-world if you can to speed up their trust and safety team responses.
All right, let's look at the world building. And Engage XR's latest update brought some new interactive models, some worlds, and really powerful features. We've been playing around with them over the last week or so. We're going to cover more about these in our next show, but we wanted to highlight the great job that the Educators in Engage XR team did on overhauling their IFX, their native models, into categories and subcategories, making so much easier to find and to bring into your worlds. I just love how Engage XR is improving. It's becoming quite the powerhouse for social and professional VR platform use. I love using it. It's like the platform of my dreams in many ways. Really beautiful.
Launching soon and looking for backers, CreaDev is a no-code platform for crafting commercial quality games, animations, and interactive apps, enabling rapid drag-and-drop world building with pre-coded themes, biomes, and mechanics like FPS or RPG gameplay. This is ideal for testing game ideas, virtual tours, or edutainment demos in minutes rather than months, before exporting it to full engines like Unity or Engage for social scaling. You can sign up now for notifications and receive special offers on their website. Their link is in our Discord.
Meta's Hyperscape has evolved into a cross-device, link-based system that also anticipates a more inclusive social VR ecosystem to come. Meta is planning larger room capacities and exploring future phone-based scanning so that anyone can both create and visit photorealistic shared spaces, either within Quest headsets or through the Meta Horizon smartphone app, removing the requirement that everyone own VR hardware.
Technically, the environments captured by the Quest sensors are reconstructed with methods like Gaussian splatting, then shared via Horizon worlds using a hybrid of on-device rendering for headsets and cloud rendering for phones. Users scan rooms in two main capture passes, a quick pass to establish the mesh and then a longer scan for details. Once you've uploaded your scan to Meta for cloud reconstruction, it takes about 1 to 8 hours to get a highly realistic, artifact-free environment.
Now, as of now, Hyperscape delivers the photorealistic quality and easiest Quest native workflow of the Gaussian splatting in VR experiences among the current options. And it produces cloud processed digital twins from simple headset scans that evoke a sense of being there. Have you all played with it? And it seems to surpass Polycam, Luma AI, Scaniverse, Gaussian, and all the rest of the Gaussian splats process that are out there. Really fascinating.
Newcomer, Spalatica, I love that name, shines
That's great.
for fully automated conversion of pre-existing Insta360, 360-degree footage into editable PLY assets, ideal for rapid prototyping without rescanning, for EDVR campfire ecosystems or social VR tours using existing Insta360 clips. Spalatica should be unbeatable for speed to 3D Gaussian splatting.
Roblox's broader 4D creation system, which can generate functional models from natural language, entered beta on February 4th. Currently, it lets users create objects and working models via prompts inside Studio and during live experiences. Full AI-driven scene and world generation remains a planned future extension of its Cube 3D and 3D foundational model stack. There's no specific release date yet for what it calls type a prompt, get an entire world capability.
Wow. Now, we're going to talk about some virtual worlds, but I first want to acknowledge the amazing work that last minute that Lance did on our studio to decorate it up for Valentine's.
Lance!
Wonderful!
Yay!
Yay! Great job. I love it. I love it. Fantastic. Yeah, we are bringing back our celebration of virtual worlds to the XR News. And these are worlds that we visited and we really recommend to you. And they're not just worlds, they're also apps that have virtual experiences, world experiences in it. First up is the D-Day VR Museum. This is a PC VR app that's in Steam VR that is an exhibition of one of the most pivotal wars in modern history. You enter into its virtual museum, you meet your guide through the 3D scan models of real artifacts, of the time, including the machine Alan Turing used, the father of the modern computer, used to decipher enemy communications and then enter into the recreations of events and experiences based on real stories and interviews. Really fascinating. It's part museum, part recreation and adventure, and an amazing example of how to use all your tools in the XR toolbox to bring history to life. Check it out.
Whew. A friend of Educators in VR, Geeknificent, and her team in VR Chat have created a spectacular library that is breaking all the rules. While the world is magnificently designed, the key item is an ebook reader that allows you to access books called the Monocle. The user-friendly interface is similar to an ebook reader or tablet. It's amazing, and it's in World. Check out their Library of Veritas.
So
If
cool.
any of you have built a world open to the public that will support 25 or more users at a time and is safe for family and work, and you would like to showcase it here, please let our XR News team know. We would love to highlight it.
And we're looking forward to getting Dawn here in our audience has created an amazing app, and we need the information so we can promote it in our show. Really excited about that app. All right, next up is VR News events. We're going for events here, and I want to remind everyone that the Sanrio Virtual Festival is in VR Chat through March. It's a festival that features Sanrio anime characters along with entertainment, social, all kinds of fun events. Tickets are available now. Links to the site can be found in Educators in VR social media for this Japanese anime event. Steph? Yeah, are you with us, Steph?
Oh, yeah. I just had a little glitch here. Okay.
Okay.
No, my internet is back. Okay, after the news today, join us in VR Chat for our continuing series to learn more about the Artemis II launch, now delayed until March. This is the first time in decades that humans will be traveling around the moon as part of their preparation for a moon landing, and we have a ton of space travel history to explore. It's about time we were heading back to the moon and into space, right, guys?
Oh, I want to go. I want to go. Now.
You might have to wait a little bit longer. Well, later today, Educators in VR will be in VR Chat for a popular AMA on teaching in VR. Come join us and bring your questions and hopefully some answers as we discuss the pros, cons, and joys of teaching in VR. Next week, Educators in VR will be discussing VR family safety and how to protect all the generations in VR. Don't miss it.
This week starts the Chinese Lunar New Year, and Educators in VR is here with their annual Chinese Lunar New Year interactive celebration in Engage XR led by Nick. It's a magical experience to help us better understand and appreciate the centuries-old traditions and have fun. Come join us.
March is the anniversary of the closing of AltSpace VR. A team of alumni are putting together an exhibition in VR Chat to honor the events, activities, groups, and the joy of this long-favored platform. We'll be sharing details soon.
Now, finding events in the different platforms, we're going to highlight VR Chat today, is a challenge. All over the metaverse, it's really a challenge. And while there is a new native calendar in VR Chat, people often don't look, they forget it even exists. And we work really hard to find events that we can share with you that are special, not just the day-to-day, but the special ones. And we wanted to celebrate or highlight two particular calendars, vrc.tl and vrclist.com are among many of the different calendars that are created to help support VR Chat events. So do check those out. And if you know of any calendars that have metaverse events on them, please let us know. We're adding to our inventory so we can bring you the news about them and highlight these great events.
Yeah, the more the merrier. Check out some of our favorite partner events, including Atessa's nightclub and karaoke events in VR Chat, and Bondi's karaoke events in Engage XR, and Bridgemakers events in VR Chat. And don't forget the amazing events in Engage XR from the Africa VR campus and the rest of the events across the metaverse.
Educators in VR brings you weekly educational VR events, training sessions, and paid workshops that you do not want to miss. Check out our social media and website for more information.
Okay, are you ready for the rundown of the upcoming conferences and special events that are happening?
Ready?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Mobile World Congress is in Barcelona, March 2nd through the 5th.
South by Southwest is back in Austin, Texas, March 12th through the 18th.
March 23rd are the Poly Awards celebrating XR innovation, hosted online and in person in New York City.
Laval Virtual is April 8th through 10th in Laval, France.
And AWE USA 2026 is in June 15th through the 18th in Long Beach, California.
The International XR Metaverse Conference is in Estonia, June 17th through the 19th.
Immersive Tech Week in the Netherlands starts June 23rd.
And SIGGRAPH 2026 is in Los Angeles, July 19th through the 23rd.
GamesCon is in Germany, August 26th and the 30th. Woo! We did it!
We did it! And if any of you guys have a favorite conference or XR event featured here, please let us know.
Yeah,
Oh.
you know, you think there's nothing going on in the metaverse, and here we have all this huge conference list of things that support it. So
Isn't
yeah, there's
that
great
the truth?
stuff. Yeah,
Well,
there's stuff everywhere. Are you ready?
Now we're on. Yep. Now we're on to a part of the show that I especially love, our interview session. So there's a Valentine we've been overlooking for more than a decade now. That story is still being told around every virtual campfire or classroom on the moon, wherever people project themselves into shared spaces to play together, learn together, to celebrate, and sometimes grieve together, and just maybe get some work done together, side by side.
It is the story of community.
Yes, that is what VR does best, isn't it, Steph? And
Well, let's
Lavelle?
talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Does playing a round of mini golf together during a meeting held in social VR often feel more productive, more human, than staring at a grid of real-life talking heads on a Zoom call? Why are educators in VR meetups so much more civil than the average Facebook group? I'm kidding. Sure, good moderation and leadership helps, but is there something deeper going on we can learn, we can all learn from? Something about being co-present as avatars in the same space. It changes how we treat each other. Why is that?
Yeah, the great question. So during this discussion, we're going to be showing you slides from the history of from our XR News team who have donated these slides to include in the show. And these showcase our love of VR, of all the things we do. So let's talk about this. We're going to unmute everybody and open up that floor, open up the mic, and we're going to talk about what defines the magic that is love in the metaverse. So tell us your stories. We want to hear.
Compare what's your experience with the difference between social media on the internet versus in person versus right here and now.
Sure. We want to hear it. Come on. Yeah. Hey,
well,
Leslie.
Hey, my favorite part is that I can talk to people from all around the world, and I made some awesome, amazing friends while I've been using VR, and I do miss alt space.
We all.
Yeah.
And
we do.
I liked it when we used to do stuff together.
Well, we still do stuff together, Leslie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I like it when we do stuff together.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Agreed.
It's fun.
It is
That's
fun.
about it.
And it's, you made a really good point. It is about the people that we've met and the stories that people have to share and tell and stuff. It's really amazing. I mean, I love it. I've met people in VR that I would have never met in the real world. And a long time friends. Ancient and I won't say, and we've been friends since I think like 2018 or maybe even before that, 2017, something like that. And before the pandemic, long before the pandemic. And way long before. We've been doing this a long time. I feel like an old grandmother.
Even strangers in the metaverse seem to be a lot more civil to each other.
Mhm.
It's helped me to. Good lord, the screen is
Yeah, I
going
know. We have a
Yeah.
little yes, I know. We have a little technical difficulty we're fixing right now. Sorry.
It's helped me to be. It's helped me to be a little bit more social. I'm better at being social in VR than I am in the real world. I mean, you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I still remember like when Lance used to build and
Yeah.
make things, that refrigerator he made. I'll never forget that. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, guess what he's bringing back into VR chat? He's bringing his apartments back in, Leslie.
I know, that's what he said. I'm looking
Yep.
forward to that.
Me too.
And I liked it when he had his
Fun.
hide and go seek world. That was fun too.
Well, that was actually one of my very first worlds that I actually successfully built in AltSpace. And
Yeah.
my very first event was actually held in there too, which was the Fly Hide and Go Seek. So, and you know,
Well-
VR. Oh, should I continue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know, VR, I have a deeper connection to the people I meet in VR, because you have a deeper bond with them because you're friends with their inner self, basically the true them, instead of judging them by how they look or anything like that. Which a lot of people is like, I don't judge doing that, but trust me, secretly you do.
Yeah.
Nature being
Exactly. And VR chats helped me come out of my unsociable shell a lot.
AltSpace has
Now
too.
when I'm around, and now when I'm around specific people, I can't shut up. So, that's the memory right there.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yes.
That's what I remember. I missed that.
a lot of fun.
Those were
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Great. Thank you, Leslie.
mean,
How about the yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's the memories I hold on to, like, and the fun, and like, there's a lot of worlds that I kind of miss. And when we used to do, what is it called? The one where the lady would come and sing. If she was
Well,
a country singer, and she
karaoke?
would come,
Yun-
and then the one with the sharks.
Yunji.
Charles
Yunji.
Yeah,
and-
and
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Yunji
one with the
was.
sharks.
We just had Yunji on our show recently.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's these things still happen, but now things are spread out into places, but they don't.
Mhm.
We're making new memories too, but we'd
Yes,
love
we
to hear
are.
from you. Yeah. So Rich Moore, what about you? What's a favorite story of the love of community here in VR? Rich has left the building.
yeah.
Oh, Rich. How about you, George? George, you with us?
He is on his
George looks
phone,
frozen.
so.
George, you with us?
Yeah, I think so.
Yay!
Um,
What's a positive, love-filled community story that you have from hanging around with us in the metaverse?
I don't know if I can pick a favorite. It's there's just too many.
One of the great joys when you first started coming in and you started involving young people from Fiji, of watching their eyes
Oh yeah.
literally pop out of their head, and discover all the magic associated with this. And you've exposed so many people to this potential. It's really a beautiful thing. They're gonna,
And they were making
whatever happened.
jewelry and things like that in the real
Oh,
world,
yeah.
and you were bringing them in here to discuss it. It was amazing.
Yeah, and whatever happens to their lives, they're going to carry the memories of those going forward. So you've changed lives just by touching those people and doing those things. So thank you.
Mm.
Yay. All right. Dawn, how about you? I know that, if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have created your new app.
That is definitely true. I think several of you have already pointed out it's different from social media in that it's real time. We're sharing a moment together. You're not hiding behind a screen, typing away at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a
Yeah.
real-time conversation, but that conversation, as Lance mentioned, is with who you are, and it doesn't matter what you look like or how you're dressed or the environment. The environment is just the virtual world. And
Mhm.
then, and finally, I love learning, I love education, and VR has just given me introductions and exchanges with people all over the world that I've learned so much. And everyone has this joy of technology, and that I don't get a chance to talk with people in the real world with such
Oh, yeah.
enthusiasm
I
and
miss that too.
passion, and here I'm not judged for it. It's celebrated. And I don't
It's okay to be a nerd.
exactly, I'm not mocked or put down upon or whatever. It's celebrated. It's so much fun. It's so emotionally
Mhm.
gratifying. So
We're
all
early
of that.
It is.
adopters.
It is. Yeah. And it's I love that you mentioned that, you don't, that it's so different, because when you're on the camera all the time, and they're finding so much research is now coming out that young people who are staring at themselves in online conferencing calls
That's the
are actually having
worst.
psychological issues. And it's just, it's terrible. But I will never forget one of my favorite moments years ago when we were doing all the holiday stories, where we had, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 holiday stories and storytellers coming out with different events. One of my best friends came into the world a few minutes before the event started, cussing and swearing, blue flame coming out of her. And she's not a swearer. She doesn't swear very often. And when she does, it's pretty darn colorful. And I'm like, okay, what happened? Did you break a leg? Did your son hurt? What terrible tragedy that's doing this? She goes, I just spent 45 minutes fixing my hair, putting on makeup, putting on a nice dress, and as I'm coming in here, I realized no one's gonna see and appreciate it. I just love that. And it's
Oh.
true. There's no such thing as a bad hair day in VR. You can just come as you are, and it doesn't matter any
Yes,
of
yes,
it.
yes.
We don't care.
Yep, absolutely.
I love that. That's one of my favorite things. I
Me
can just
too,
roll out of
Laurel.
bed and just slide right in front of my computer. It doesn't
Me
matter what's going on,
too.
if I've even
Uh-huh.
had a shower. Okay, now I've
That's
gotten
right.
TMI.
No one can smell you in virtual space.
Yeah, we're not there yet, Steph.
It's really fun. How about, is Rich, are you back? Even if you're on your phone, you can press and hold down the microphone if you want. Peter, Kayla, whoever, we'd love to hear your stories. And Kurt, welcome. Glad you're here. So we're talking, the question, Kurt, I know you came in late, but the question is, we're talking about the love for Valentine's Day, the love of our community, the love of the VR community. Do you have any stories from your Metaverse experiences about awesome community? We'd love to hear them.
Well, how it's different from Facebook or real life.
Yeah. No? Okay, that's fine. You don't have to talk, but if you want to unmute, you can just look at your wrist like you're looking at your watch, and you can unmute, or you can open up your menu and unmute too. Lots of choices here.
There we go.
There you
How's
go.
that?
Yay.
We can hear you.
So I really started becoming involved in VR with Ready Player Golf 6 and 5. And I mean, what an incredible opportunity, and what an incredible charity event for the Children's Cancer Fund.
Yes,
and
that was amazing.
That was the real beginning for me in the context of what the community is. But it is a very nice and a great community to be involved with, especially when you get to create things that you can only imagine. So
Absolutely. Yeah. So many wonderful giving moments have happened. That was truly an amazing experience. And over the years, we have one of the early fundraisers that broke rules that Educators in VR produced back in 2019, I think it was the 24-hour English lesson with Michael McDonald, No, it was right after COVID. It was really early in COVID, so it was beginning of 2020. And he taught English as a second language class across multiple platforms. Every hour he took like a 3 to 4 minute break and then started the next session to raise money as a big fundraiser for Italy, for their Red Cross and their COVID project, because Italy was suffering so badly with the economy. In the beginning, they were overwhelmed. They were not prepared for the impact of COVID, from everything, from people dying to the health, all the health challenges, the hospitals and everything. And so he came up with the idea of doing a 24-hour class, English class, and he did it for 24 hours. It was amazing. He hopped a VR chat and he was in, I can't remember, Outspace and Engage and every place else. And he did it. He made it happen, and we raised a couple $1,000s. It wasn't a whole lot, but we did what we could. I think maybe close to $5,000, I think, by the time it was over. I don't remember, but raise that for the Red Cross Italia, for that community. That was so much fun. And Karen, you and Lance with the Cadets Metaverse, y'all have done all kinds of cool fundraisers, including buying Lance his first really good computer, his laptop.
That's true. That's true. And that's all history from there. But yeah, it's been people come, it's a very accepting community, so new people come in, we welcome them. We usually at the end of the World Hop, we get up on the stage and welcome them so they feel like they're actually part of a community. And, I've always been about that. I think it's very important when not just in VR, in the physical world as well, when people are new to a group or an organization or whatever it is, there's a little bit of anticipation, and they need to be welcomed and feel like they're part of the group.
Absolutely.
And I truly believe with a lot of people that can make the difference of whether they love VR or just, don't care for it that much.
I love VR. Oh, I didn't know I said that.
Yes, you're unmuted. You're unmuted, Leslie.
That's right, Leslie. That was a good little add-on.
Yeah, that was good.
I want to add
So,
a little
Peter?
something to what.
Yeah, please, Lance.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to add a little something to what Karen was saying, how there's either people who will love it or not love it. But then again, there are people who do not have any, feelings to it. Because, when y'all, like Karen, when it was my birthday and y'all threw a giant, enormous surprise party that gave me a giant panic attack. And I was like, oh no, I'm surrounded by tons of people. And when I came out and told my sister what happened, and my face was, it showed excitement and stuff. And she knew, I was obviously in VR, but she didn't actually know too much about it, even when I tried to explain it to her. That she's like, but it wasn't real. I'm like, it was real. To me, it was real. I knew everyone that was there. It made, I had my emotions to it, but she kept repeating, but it didn't actually happen. They weren't physically here, and so there are some people who just do not understand or even want to sometimes understand. So,
but you know what, Lance, when Laurel showed up on your doorstep and your sister got to meet her, I think she then realized how real all of our
I think it smacked her in the face.
It's either that or she turned around and ran.
I agree with Karen and Lance. I try to explain to people, how excited I get when we do things, or like when Lance and I pick on each other or whatever, and they're like, but it's not it's not real. They're not real people. I'm like, yeah, they are. They're just avatars, but there's real people behind the mask.
Well, I'm just curious, do they say the same thing about Zoom and about Teams?
Zoom, they can look at each other's face.
Yeah. People are using avatars now on online conferencing too. So, it's just a perception. It's just a perception. Well, Peter and Kayla, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your stories.
Sure. I mean, I would not pick up just one story or something, but it's something what already was mentioned a bit. Like, okay, Valentine's is about love, and we have a song
Mhm.
here in Slovakia very popular, which says it's like love has many forms and faces and feelings, blah blah, which is true. So the feelings are good, right? If you talk about love, and the last year and also the beginning of this year, it hasn't been much easy. It was very tough, or it has been tough. And one of the greatest escape for me from all those working challenges, politics, private issues is technology. And it was
Mhm.
mentioned today already that, you know, somehow we are living the future already. And putting the headset on, going to VR, it's feeling like, okay, this is the greatest escape from all the uh, problems which are
Yep.
in the real
Mhm.
world. I'm not saying that we are away from
Mhm.
them here in VR, but you know, talking about the future which we are already living, it's kind of like giving a hope, because I think there
Mm.
is a hope in technology, in not in everything, but yeah, it brings some hope for the world and for people. And you know, being among people who have the same views, feelings, visions, it actually helps a lot, you know, to overcome
Yes, it
those
does.
challenges that we have in our basic daily life. So that's like a big thing for me, and I really enjoy it and I love it.
Beautiful.
So
Yay, that's
I mean,
beautiful.
it's
Now,
different. I mean, some
Kayla?
people sit in front of a television set and lose themselves just watching something passively. But what we're doing here is interacting with one another socially,
yeah,
and that is a very
Yeah.
different, and it is a healthy thing.
Yeah.
The real or unreal aspect is cosmetic. It's very real.
Uh-huh.
So,
absolutely,
It is. It is.
absolutely.
in
Yeah.
studies, it's
So,
been scientifically proven that it's not all in our heads.
it is not. It is not. Well,
Mhm.
it is, but it's a different thing. Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, I'd like
It's
to hear
almost
Kayla and Kurt. You're in. Many of us have been doing this for a very, very long time, and y'all are kind of new to it. What do you think about what you're hearing? We'd love to hear.
So again, I started in this 2 years ago when I had
Mhm.
interns at work, and we decided we wanted to build something in VR.
Mhm.
And
Cool.
we got an animated fish tank, and that's where things kind of
Mhm.
started. And then it went a little bit further, and then next year we built more. And then at some point, I discovered walkabout mini golf and
Mhm.
became addicted to walkabout mini golf, not because I love mini golf, but because of the freaking social interaction and how
Absolutely.
good the social interaction is in there and how pure it is. There's no politics, there's no horse crap. You just want to try to have a good shot on the next hole, right? So that just kept going. And then after I saw that November, the Ready Player Golf and what was built in there, we decided we were going to start building something enormous and big and wonderful that people could do tons of things all over. And that's where we're at. Is we're about ready to launch that, and
So you're
it's
launching
this.
a new platform,
Well, we are
a new
launching,
metaverse
and
platform, or?
no,
Mhm.
the platform might come midsummer, but for right now,
Mhm.
we'll be March 1st. We'll be launching a new environment here and Engage. That
Excellent.
George over here from Fiji has been there and can tell you that it's hands down, it's the largest environment that Engage is ever going to see,
Oh,
and
wow.
it could easily. Sorry
We've
to
had some big ones.
okay,
Okay,
uh,
excellent.
the map is slightly smaller area wise in real life than the land space of Alaska.
Nice.
So it's
That's some
enormous.
optimization fun.
But it is, yes, 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 yes. Clipping. Did I ever think I'd know what clipping was?
Yes,
No,
yes.
so
I don't even
you
know what
know
that is.
so
It's an
what happens
optimization
is
feature.
if you're in Engage or anywhere, and let's say you're on a mountaintop or in one side of a location, and you look to the other side, if the location's very big, and either Engage or Unity will automatically clip it off, so you see this sort of bubble horizon thing. and we have stuff that is 7 miles away that you needed to be able to see. So the magic mystery of shaders, now you can see everything. So, but it's a fun place. There's a lot of fun things to do. It's social, and I invite everybody over.
You get to play with illusions in a virtual world.
Yes, yes, yes. I can look all my life. All I want to do is own an amusement park, and now I'm building an amusement park. So,
I love
so
it.
anyhow, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
very,
been
very
wonderful.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun. I hope you have little portals to jump so that people aren't actually walking.
Well, you have no idea how much over the last 3 weeks we've been debating how to move people around in the park.
Mm-hmm. No, I've had those debates. Yeah.
And we have a combination of portals. We built a giant ferry because a large part of the map is on a sea, and there's islands all around. So we had to build a 70-person drivable ferry that we just got. And then we built some other drivables, and we have helicopters as well. But moving people.
Of course, this is an Engage. You have to have helicopters in Engage. It's a default. Yeah.
And all I want is to brand it with, to get Engage off. But the other thing that we've done is I have hidden secret portals all over the map.
Yeah,
so
you
as you start to learn how to find them, hint if you're ever in there, and you see butterflies, walk through the butterflies. So,
excellent.
Yep.
Well, when you have it up and you have it running and stuff, let's bring you in and we'll do an
do
interview
it
with you here on the show.
For
And we
sure.
would love to hear all the details about it. Wonderful. That's fantastic. I love it. And I remember, so, as we start to close this down, one of the greatest joys that I've had since day one in VR has been the world building and the creation. It's the unleashing of the creative spirit. And over the years, I have seen everything. I've seen worlds, gigantic worlds that literally take forever to do. I've seen, we experimented with changing the actual orientation of the world and slanting it, and we learned some very valuable lessons. Don't do that. Keep it level. You can add heels and whatnot, but don't change the whole orientation of it. But to watch people push the limits, push the boundaries, and see what they can do. Nico and Shushu, what great world building examples that many of you all know. And if you haven't, Kurt, I recommend that you check their worlds out they're all over the place, but VR Chat has most of them. The solar system, and oh my gosh, they're just Nico, Niko. Will blow your mind with the things that he's won awards. He won awards, he and Shushu, at the Cannes Film Festival for some of their virtual experiences. Anyway, they absolutely blow your mind with what you do. But the creativity has been amazing over the years to see, hasn't it, Karen and Steph? Just amazing.
Yes, it has.
And we're so lucky to have witnessed this, people unleashing these things. And I absolutely love it. So thank you all for sharing your stories with us. And, you are the reason we're here. We say that every single week we say this, but that's our love. That is our love. It is absolutely our love for you that we share with you, for our passion, our shared passion with the metaverse and with virtual reality and our community. I want to also thank our team members who donated their images to be shown up here. We will edit out the little technical issue that had to happen with the slides here. Yeah, who knew that it had you could do split seconds in timing, and I confused the split seconds with actual seconds in automatic. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's technical issues. But please take time this week to reach out. Do it all the time, but reach out this week virtually and in person, and let the people around you know that you care and how much you love them. We have lost many of our beloved community members over the years, and I want to live with no regrets. So share the love that we have here with everyone, and somewhat they don't understand it. They will in time.
It actually hurts
all right,
when you
we're going to
lose
close
somebody.
Yeah, it does. Yep. All right. So
All right.
we're going to take it out and close it up, ladies.
Okay, here
Okay.
we go. XR News is produced by educators in VR and our XR News volunteer team weekly here in Engage XR. We've been bringing you the news from across the metaverse since 2018, and we're still rolling. We meet weekly for news and
Go
we
ahead.
meet
Go
weekly
ahead.
for news and Engage XR, or our 2 special edition segments for Med Health and Innovation Spotlight.
Nothing's worse than getting a cough in the middle of. All right.
Oh,
Next week. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to stifle a cough. Next week is our XR News Innovation Spotlight with Maxwell McGee, Chris Matson, and Dr. Tom Finesse. We never know who's going to show up, and we never know what they're going to do. It's always going to be fun. It's
always
always
able
going
to
to be
be
fun.
surprised. And thank you, XR News crew. We love our team and invite you to join the crazy. We are looking for volunteers. Become a member of Educators in VR and help support this and all our other free programming.
Each of our shows is filmed for YouTube. Subscribe and share it with your friends. We'll soon add live streaming to our Educators in VR YouTube channel, Twitch, Discord, and more. To keep up with the news and help us share the news from around the metaverse in the meantime, join the Educators in VR Discord and social media channels to find links to the news we highlight on the show and much more about the metaverse and immersive education.
And talk about love. Thank you to all of our Educators in VR and XR News partners, sponsors, supporters, including iLearn, the Reinhardt Foundation, Girls Team Institute, Virtual World Society, Cadets Metaverse, Vertex Form 3D, Bridge Makers, and Engage XR.
And let's not forget to give credit where credit is due. We couldn't do this show without the hard work of those who gather the news from across the metaverse industry for a living. Thank you to all of you out there toiling in the metaverse.
Absolutely. And remember, you guys, just like Laurel said, you're the reason we do the XR News show. I mean, if we didn't have an audience, it wouldn't make much sense to do it, right? So, so until next time, stand up, stand tough, and most of all, in these amazing, uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
We did a thing!
Yay!
We sure did.